Yo, what's up, y'all? Essay in the building, back with another video. And yes, it is Halloween weekend, so we gotta celebrate. I don't have my furry costume on right now, but hopefully you do. Let me know what y'all plans are for Halloween weekend. If you're a loner and a loser like me, you're staying in playing COD. But hey, man, whatever makes us happy, right? Anyways, we're back, and I wanted to talk about my favorite movies to watch during the Halloween season. Now, before I start, I'm not really the biggest fan of slasher films. I can enjoy them from time to time, like the new Halloween movie. I actually did enjoy some aspects of it, even though I didn't enjoy overall. I enjoyed some parts of it. So I can appreciate a good slasher film, but it's not really my preferred genre when it comes to horror. You'll see what I really like in horror when I start explaining about what I like. I'm going to be talking to y'all about my favorite movies to watch during the Halloween season. You can snuggle up with your bae, or you can snuggle up with your pillow alone like me. Alright, my fault. Let's just get into the video. So the first movie I want to talk about, As Above, So Below, and I feel like this movie is incredibly slept on. Genuinely one of my personal favorite horror films. Yes, it's not the most crazy plot or the most scariest movie, but the claustrophobic factor of this movie just sends like shivers down my spine every time I watch it. So without spoiling, I'm gonna try my best to sum up the plot and kind of what's going on in this movie, you know, without ruining it. But basically, it's this girl Scarlett. She gets a whole team and a whole little squad to explore the Paris catacombs because she hears that there is like a secret stone that apparently turns any metal to gold and grants eternal life. So with them exploring a stone that can do all that, obviously them going down there and messing with ancient ruins, touching stuff all over the place, of course something bad is gonna happen.
Baited in a hole, baited in a hole, baited in a hole.
They basically start getting picked off one by one, but before they die, they basically must atone to their past sins and their biggest regrets. I can't say too much that won't spoil everything, but I genuinely recommend this. There's other horror movies in here that are better, but I personally enjoy this one a lot just because of the way it's filmed. I do love me found footage horror movie. Some people hate that shit. I personally love it. It's really, really creepy. It builds up towards the end. I really enjoyed how different all their sins were. I think the whole scene at the end where the main character Scarlett sees like her biggest regret and her sins, which was kind of hinted at in the beginning of the film, but it comes at the end and it's really, really well done how it is. I love it. Really, really good movie. I definitely recommend watching it.
There is always some weird peoples down here.
You're not kidding.
The next movie I want to talk about is actually a movie that came out this year, and I think it's really, really good and slept on for what it is. It is the movie X. Yeah, it's just called X. It's an hour and 45 minutes long. It is a slasher film in a sense, but I feel like it's much more than that. Now, the basic plot is a group of actors in quotation marks, aka porn stars, want to make an adult film in like a country barn area, that little type of feel. They have to rent out a place to film this movie, and they don't tell them what they are filming in there. All they know is that they are making a film, and we know what that film is. There's actually a whole separate like subplot in the background. Well, it's not really in the background because they show us it, but where the couple hasn't had sex in forever and they can't have sex because of their old age. When they see the younger people that are renting their space having sex, it like adds to this want, to their sexual drive with each other, and it makes them go psycho and just start torturing and killing everybody there, and it just completely turns into shit. I really, really like this movie. The ending of the movie is very, very funny. When I watched it the first time, I watched it on stream, and everyone in the chat just started laughing and dying. I wouldn't say it's the scariest movie ever, but I feel like it's a very entertaining horror movie, which I think a lot of horror movies fail to deliver in the entertainment factor. Yes, it's supposed to be horror, but I feel like you're supposed to actually enjoy watching it, which is why I probably enjoy lower quality films, just because they have that charm to them and that replayability for me, and just that vibe that makes me want to keep watching these movies. But anyways, this movie, very, very good. I recommend it. It also stars Kid Cudi for some reason. I don't know. I was kind of in shock when I saw that he was acting in this movie because I never even heard about him being in this. But yeah, I recommend watching X. Very, very good. Not the scariest, like I said, but it is very entertaining for sure.
Tell me I'm yours. You still want me.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Okay, so the next movie is actually a very, very well-known movie. Probably considered one of the best movies of all time in the horror genre. Of course, I am talking about Hereditary. Personally, my favorite horror movie. Even from the start of the movie, you already feel like something bad is gonna happen. Tragedy strikes when the daughter of the family is killed, and after this whole thing happens, the family starts uncovering secrets and secrets and secrets about their ancestry. They find out about certain hauntings that happened in their history. It's very good. If you haven't watched it, you're seriously missing out. Out of all the movies I talk about, I think this is the movie that you have to watch. I'm not gonna say it's a incredible masterpiece, but for a horror movie and the horror genre, especially with how it's been in recent years, except for this year actually, this year has been really, really good for horror movies, but normally it's always shitty. There's not a lot of good ones that come out, but this one ticks off every single box for me. The atmosphere, the cinematography, how scary it is, how creepy it is. It all just builds up to make basically the perfect horror movie. I love it with all my heart. I watch it all the time. It's very, very good. Like I said, if you haven't watched it, you're missing out. I'm going to try not to spoil anymore or anything like that because I think you should definitely experience this on your own time.
Well, now your sister is dead. And I know you miss her. And I know it was an accident, and I know you're in pain, and I wish I could take that away for you. I wish I could shield you from the knowledge that you did what you did, but your sister is dead. She's gone forever.
So the next movie is actually not the scariest movie ever, but it's on here solely for the entertainment factor and how much I enjoyed watching it. Creep isn't gonna blow you away with its cinematography or its writing or its story or its characters. Actually, the main character, Joseph, is he's very interesting and entertaining to watch. I think he's probably my favorite part of this whole movie. Amazing performance by the actor, by the way. But the main plot for this movie is that a young filmmaker answers an online ad for a one-day job to record a documentary for this one guy, Joseph. And as you watch the movie, you realize that Joseph is very, very much a creep, a weirdo, a very strange guy. So as you watch this movie, you become more infatuated and more infatuated. What is he gonna do to the guy filming this? What is he gonna do to the guy that answered the ad? Eventually you find out, but it's very, very good in a sense of entertainment. Like, it was funny at times. It was kind of just like watching a lunatic do his thing, and I love movies like that, especially with the way they wrote this character. He's very, very charismatic at times, but at other times he's also very, very weird and awkward. I also recommend this movie, but I would not expect to be scared or anything like that. Just sit back and enjoy the movie.
Please step aside and let me go.
You're breaking up with me? If you love me, let me go.
So before I get to the final movie I want to talk about, I want to add some honorable mentions, which I wanted to name in this video, but we didn't have enough time to put it in the video. And I don't really want to go in detail about all these movies, but the Paranormal Activity series is a great series to watch during the Halloween time. Yeah, most of them aren't really the best. My favorite one personally being either 3 or the Marked ones. The Marked ones I liked, again, just based off entertainment factor, but 3 genuinely did some scary things that I enjoyed. Another series that you should probably look out for this Halloween season is the Insidious series. I didn't like the 4th one, but the other 3 are good to just fine. I'm not gonna lie, no matter how many times I watch the first Insidious, that scene where the kid dances literally always gets me. It just makes me so creeped out. And one more series, of course, Halloween. Everyone has watched Halloween. I also recommend Rec, which is a Spanish movie. Very, very good. I don't recommend watching any of the sequels, but the first one is a yes. Very, very good. Yeah, I just wanted to mention these because I feel like if I didn't mention these, I would be doing this whole video a disservice. But let's get into the last movie I want to talk about. A childhood classic, actually, and actually scared the shit out of me as a kid. The movie I am talking about is Sinister. If you haven't watched Sinister, it is actually a horror classic. It's from 2012. I remember watching this in the theaters as a kid. It scared the shit out of me. I was super scared. For the people that don't know what this movie is, which I doubt you don't, it's about a true crime writer who basically is on a slump and hasn't had any kind of success recently. He hears about this house where many families were murdered and killed on film, and he decides to move his family into the exact same house where these crimes were happening. When he goes into the attic, he finds a bunch of tapes and he watches them, and he just sees all these families dying. He's basically watching snuff film over and over again, trying to write about it. But of course, all that greed catches up to him in the end. A lot of horrible shit happens. So many creepy things that happen. The tapes themselves are probably the best parts of this movie. They're all super, super creative and entertaining. They're all fucked up in their own way. It's just a great movie. I enjoy literally every second of it.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Where are your fingers?
Let me know what you guys think about these 5 movies I think you should be watching this Halloween season. Let me know in the comment section if I put you on a movie and you watched it and you liked it. Let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about this list. I appreciate every single person that has gotten this far in the video. I love you, new subscriber or not. Please hit that thumbs up button. Sub if you're new. Hit that noti bell so you can watch every single video I post from now on. And see y'all next time. Peace.